He used to jokingly say that we don't do sales at this company, we do BDSM, business development, sales and marketing. A lot of people, and this I've seen in my office, they start talking but they don't complete their sentences because their mind is running too fast. वो कुछ बोलते रहते हैं and then suddenly they jump to the next one without completing the previous train of thought. One thing that I feel at the end of the day helps anyone, whether it's school, college, professional workspace, or even outside on the street, is that if you can make somebody feel comfortable, you're golden. If you're able to create that safe space by the way you talk, by the type of vibe you give out, that speaks volume about what kind of a person are you. A lot of people hesitate to talk to other people because they have this impression कि यार क्या सोचेगा मेरे बारे में. One great exercise is go out on the street and randomly just greet 10 people. With practice, anything can be improved. And I mean it.
True.
A lot of people are way more talented, but if they don't execute their talent, it's a waste. But if you don't have that talent and if you keep practicing to do that thing, you're still better off from the person who's talented and not doing anything. I asked him list दे दो कितनी workshops हैं 8-10 workshops थी. Like give me 2 days, I'll see what I can do. मैं गया, I tried a couple of things. 2 दिन बाद I handed him over. Workshop costed 1,000 rupees. I handed him 1,10,000 rupees. Yeah, I was like second year of college. He literally abused me, saying कि मेरा पूरा टीम मिला के 20,000 नहीं लाता महीने का, तो 2 दिन में 1-10 लाया.
Welcome to another episode of Curious Kamal Talk Show. Moving to Canada was one of the biggest steps I've taken in my life. Coming here as an international student, adapting to the new culture, living on my own, and figuring things out has been a journey of growth. But transitioning from being a student to a full-time professional, that's been a whole new adventure. Job hunting, networking with industry professionals, and navigating social media have taught me so much. The biggest lesson, if you ask, the power of communication, especially for someone for whom English is the second language. In today's episode, we are diving into the topic with our guest Vaibhav Nagpal. Vaibhav is someone who makes an impact just by being himself. His energy, his self-presentation, and most importantly, his communication skills. He's been helping his mentees with job searches, self-improvement, and improving their soft skills. But what sets Vaibhav's journey apart? He didn't come to Canada as an international student. In fact, he faced what he describes as a heartbreak with a visa rejection. But in the end, it all worked out very well for him. We'll hear about his journey, his insights on personal and professional growth, communication skills, racism, and the current political landscape in Canada. So grab your coffee, enjoy the conversation right here on the Curious Kamal Talk Show. All right. Welcome, भाई. कैसे हो?
Thank you so much, Kamal. Thank you for having me. I'm good. आप कैसे हो?
बस चल रहा है. आपके साथ बैठे हैं आज. आपने अपने बिजी स्केड्यूल में से टाइम निकाला है. So I'm very glad and very thankful that you came here and you're gonna help people like me, students like me, and others who are willing to learn more in communication skills. When it comes to communication skills, the main reason I asked you was when the first time I met you, right? When I saw you and we just said hi and all. And after that, when we basically met in a networking event organized by Sahil Bhai, and there मैं भाई वहाँ पर host कर रहे थे. तो जब मैं आपको वहाँ पे मिला, I was like the aura of this guy is really amazing. That was my first thought of you. So and when you were hosting the show at that time, you had a lot of things to say. Even when you just came here, personally, you have very calming vibe, right? So I was thinking कि communication skills जो हैं वो बहुत important हैं, and in my connections, you are the best guy. You are the best person who can guide students, immigrants, newcomers about the communication skills. So welcome again and thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm glad I can help. I'm glad I can add my 2 cents. I'm always happy to help.
Yeah. So how did you come to Canada?
My story of coming to Canada is a long one. Yeah, I wanted to come to Canada back in 2017. और मैंने उस वक्त मैंने अप्लाई किया था स्टूडेंट वीज़ा के लिए. आई एंडेड अप गेटिंग एन एडमिशन फ्रॉम हम्बर कॉलेज ग्लोबल बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट कोर्स के लिए, बट आई एंडेड अप गेटिंग अ वीज़ा रिफ्यूज़ल. तो आई वाज हार्ट ब्रोकन, नहीं आ सका बिकॉज आई रियली वांटेड टू कम. 2018 में फिर से अप्लाई किया, आई गॉट एडमिशन, बट वीज़ा अप्लाई करने की हिम्मत नहीं हुई ये सोच के कि कहीं फिर रिजेक्ट नहीं हो जाए. बहुत कंसल्टेंट से बात किया.
I've been through the same situation.
आई थिंक इंडिया में मैं आई हैव मेट एटलीस्ट 100 कंसल्टेंट्स.
Mhm.
दिल्ली में, गुड़गांव में, बैंगलोर में, चेन्नई में. I did not leave a single place where I could reach to get guidance, to get help for admission, visa, and everything. But then I was like, nahi yaar. My sister was also coming of age, जहाँ पे उसकी भी undergraduation हो रही थी, and she was looking forward to her postgrad. So like, I had my chance. Now it's her chance, so I should not be the one dwelling in the middle कि पहले मैं जाऊँ या पहले उसको भेजें. So I just let go. I continued my education in India. I did my postgrad India से data science में, and then I got a job in Bangalore. I worked there for about 8-9 months, and then I moved to this company Nielsen IQ.
Okay.
And this was a long shot because I knew Nielsen ke offices, like, they are worldwide. It's a
Global
big
company.
company. It's a big MNC. So long shot, I took the job. I moved to Gurgaon. I started working there. And you won't believe, my first month I was looking for that portal hota hai na company ka, where you look for the openings within the company. I was exploring left, right and center कि लंदन में jobs हैं, कनाडा में jobs हैं, यूएस में jobs हैं. कभी तो
कई
ड्राइवर
बार वो जो कीड़ा काटता था ना कि बस यहाँ से निकलना है, कहीं और बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिले वहां जाना है, then you just look for it.
grass is always greener on the other
Oh
side.
yeah, that was my first reel that I made on social media.
People want to come overseas from India, and once they're overseas and they spend considerable amount of time there, उसके बाद they're like, यार वही better था, because then they have a reference point to compare everything to.
True.
Fast forward to 2020, 2021, मेरे कंपनी में बहुत सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल चेंजेस होने लगे, रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग होने लगी क्योंकि सीईओज बदल गए, कंपनी बिक गई टू एन इन्वेस्टमेंट कंपनी. दे स्टार्टेड मेकिंग मोर चेंजेस, एंड देन my bosses kept changing, and then one fine boss came into my life. I owe my complete transition from India to Canada to him. He's not on social media, but I'm still going to say it, Mr. Rajesh Shirali. Thank you so much. I owe it to him. I think बात शुरू हुई थी 2020 में, when I told him blatantly कि I want to move to Canada. It's been a long dream that I've been wanting to move. And he's like, I'm going to talk to my counterparts in North America and see what we can do. So he spoke to the super boss who sits in Chicago, data science team ke, and they started the talks. But North America kya hai, thoda laid back culture hai. They take their sweet time to do things. So they started talking. 1 महीना, 2 महीना, 3 महीना, 6 महीने बीत गए.
eagerly अंदर कि भेज दो यार.
It's like, कब करोगे, बात ही करते रहोगे. So finally they decided कि okay, we'll do the transition, and then they started the process within the company. अब वो chief human resource officer तक गया, case build up करना पड़ा उनको कि why we need this guy from India to move to Canada, what kind of skill set does he have, ये वो. So they made a case, they hired immigration officials, immigration consultants to make my case, build up a case for presenting it to the Canadian High Commission, that why we need this guy from India specifically. So that was a long process. And then 21 days before I was supposed to move,
Yeah. Okay. So
Wilson said, no, we cannot move you. Budget constraints and all of that. And then मेरा exit plan था उस team में, and they had hired my replacement, and I was already training my replacement.
Okay.
So they said, we'll move you to a different team within India and all. I was like, I don't want to do it. It's not going to be a strategic move. I wanted to do that, and that is what I intend to do. If not, then I'll just not stay. I'll move elsewhere. And then they knew, of course, commitment tha, and in fact, they had made so much efforts
into it. Yeah.
So they were like, they should not go in vain. So they pursued it a little more, and then finally things set into motion. I started working for the Canadian team, sitting home in India itself, because visa timelines ke wajah se. And then when I finally got that email ki we need your passport for further processing, I was sitting in the washroom in the morning reading that mail. I was like, Is this really happening? My wife knows my face. जब हम लोग passport लेके मिला वापस, stamp खोल के देखा, she saw my face.
Best video.
Trust me, yeah.
Perfect. And that's an amazing story. So, um, as someone who came through the company, you had not experienced the what an international student experience, but still you have been mentoring a lot of students here in Canada. So, how do you think that differs from the experience of an international student and with the experience of someone who came like you in Canada?
Yeah, for me, of course, I'd be lying if I say I can relate to people who've studied here and who've been through that struggle, because that's not true. I have not been through that. I've seen my sister go through that because my sister studied from York University. I've seen her struggle. She's worked part-time. She's worked in a bar. She's worked as a security. She's done numerous survival jobs, and she ended up at a good place finally. So even through her journey and through so many people that I meet on an everyday basis, I used to mentor people back in India as well, yeah. Because ultimately, for me, being in IT has so many types of jobs. True. The interview process is not different from what we've seen in India versus wherever you go throughout the globe. है ना, कहीं भी चले जाओ, experience same ही है. Interview को क्या चाहिए? We need somebody who's a good cultural fit, who can work in a team, and who brings certain skill set that's needed for the job. These are three things which are consistent throughout the planet. कहीं भी चले जाओ. I was in Gurgaon when I started working for Nielsen. मुझे Delhi University से invite आया to go and present a workshop for their data science symposium. I went there. जब मैं बैंगलोर में था तभी मैंने कॉलेज एंड यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में lectures लिए हैं because I was working with a startup. Students को guidance चाहिए रहता है from the perspective कि how to present yourself in an interview. Suppose I am someone who has a great skill set within the data science field. I know into the depth कि कैसे काम करते हैं machine learning models, dashboards कैसे help कर सकते हैं, या data storytelling क्या होती है. That alone is not enough to get me a job. ठीक है, we have been trained like that कि आप वो पढ़ते रहो and you go and present yourself. But at the end of the day, if I am bringing more than that on the table, that's when I'll be making a difference, because there's thousands like me who have that kind of depth, that kind of knowledge.
The technical experience.
Exactly. So how I make myself presentable and how I'm adding value to the team and the organization, that is where people make a difference. If I'm running a company, sure, I will need somebody who's a subject matter expert, but I'd also need somebody who's a team player, who brings new ideas to the table, who's a good communicator, who's a good presenter. Because सारा काम करने के बाद अगर वो मुझे बता ही नहीं पा रहा कि उसने किया क्या है या कैसे किया है, it's not worth it. I've been into meetings with big FMCG companies. I can't name them. But when I go to their offices, it's a war zone. हमने जितना भी डेटा पे काम किया है, no matter what kind of insights we have, if you're not able to compel the client with those insights as to why we have that kind of insights coming from that data, it's a war zone. उन लोग, I'll tell you, literally, not me, but my team was in a meeting like this where they went into the office and that client closed the door, locked the door, and like, start working on data this way and you're not going to leave until I tell you. It's that kind of war zone. I'm not lying. So what matters is when you bring your subject matter expertise, the way you present yourself, the way you build a narrative, the way you communicate. And communication में भी बहुत कुछ है, सिर्फ बात करना नहीं. Your body language, your eye contact, how presentable you are as a person, what kind of vibe you're giving out. Everything matters a lot. And आजकल के time पे, they undermine these things. Everybody is just learning all those technical skills की job कैसे करना है, which is of course 70-80% of the job. But again, for survival and for promotions and, you know, getting through that corporate ladder, you have to have more than that.
True. So the thing that you mentioned, other than your technical skill set, when it comes to communication skills, what the general perspective of a general audience is, ओके, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स की बात हो रही है, तो मैं कितने अच्छे से बात कर पा रहा हूँ, दैट्स इट. So I wanted to put some light on it कि communication skills is not just that. What all are other aspects of communication skills? How, like, suppose if um, I came to you as a student, okay, and you see me having not that much of an amazing communicator or something like that, which I'm not right now, but how would you like put light on it for that person? And how would you help him understand, okay, this part you'll have to work on?
I'll give you a very simple example. And this is a personal experience. Think of a classroom. बच्चे हैं जो पढ़ रहे हैं बैठ के, and then there's a teacher. A teacher comes in, reads whatever content they have to, just because they have to. या slide चला के they read out whatever's on the slide and they go.
Mhm.
That type of communication is waste of time. If you're not able to spark that interest, if you're not able to engage somebody through what you are saying, if you're not able to intrigue or capture their attention, that is the type of communication that you want to stay away from.
Okay.
I realized this because I'm a data scientist
Hmm.
and I was in a Python class back in my engineering days, and I failed that subject. I
Hmm.
failed it because the teacher who used to teach us used to come and play a presentation.
Mhm.
वो slide देखते थे, कुछ बड़बड़ाते थे and चले जाते थे. I used to sleep like 30 minutes out of 40 minutes from that lecture. So I was like, यार ये क्या पढ़ाई है? ये कैसा communication है उसका कि he is not able to say anything that can keep me awake other than the attendance part.
But nobody looks at it from that perspective. अब आपने ये बात करी है, तो I have that scenario in my mind. Sorry, I'm interrupting you, but I was never a very brilliant student. और when I was in 9th or 10th class, तो मेरा कुछ मैथ्स के साथ ऐसे 36 का आंकड़ा था. But in 8th, my parents put me into some tuition, and वो सर जो थे वो इतने इंटरेक्टिव क्लास लगाते थे, एंड वो जनरली जैसे सब काम करते हैं कि आया बताया कि क्या क्या करना है, एंड दिस इज दिस इन द टेक्स्ट बुक, गो थ्रू दिस. He was so interactive that I scored 85, somewhere around 85 in 9th maths, and everyone was really shocked in my class कि अबे इसके नंबर कहाँ से आ गए मैथ में. So when you said that, तो मैं उस बात से रिलेट कर पाया कि इंटरेक्टिव कितना अपने सराउंडिंग्स को एज अ टीचर, अगर टीचर की बात हो रही है, कैसे, और स्टोरी टेलिंग की बात चल रही है जैसे यहाँ पे, तो वो कितना तुम सामने वाले को अपनी बात के साथ बांध के रख सकते हो. जैसे आपके साथ आप अभी बात कर रहे हो, एंड आई इवन फॉर अ क्विक सेकंड मेरी जो थॉट प्रोसेस है वो इधर उधर नहीं हो रहा. So that's the thing I guess you're talking about.
And that's the type of influence, whether it's coming from a teacher, from a student, from an individual in an office, kahin bhi. When you speak, you have to make sure, अच्छा, when we're talking about कि एक student कैसे improve कर सकता है communication को. See that मैंने in fact अभी I've started my Instagram page.
Yeah.
मेरा दूसरा reel ही मैंने बनाया है कि how you can communicate better. A lot of people, and this I've seen in my office, they start talking but they don't complete their sentences because their mind is running too fast. वो कुछ बोलते रहते हैं and then suddenly they jump to the next one without completing the previous train of thought. या वो fillers बहुत use करते हैं. Like I had a friend जो बात करते करते बोलता था, but sir I was learning this and then these fillers. बहुत fillers use करते हैं लोग because they're thinking on the spot and they're not able to form those sentences कि मुझे बोलना क्या है. आज के टाइम पे these things are a deal breaker for a lot of instances, for a lot of opportunities. If you're not able to communicate, in a flow. अभी जैसे मैं I took a gap, but rather than saying I exchanged it, I replaced it with a pause. It gives that depth. It still keeps somebody hooked to understand or listen to what I'm saying. These are the type of tips and tricks that can help people improve their communication. मैं एक ट्रिक बताता हूँ जो मेरी पर्सनल फेवरेट है, जो मैंने बहुत यूज़ की है, एंड ये कहीं ना कहीं मेरी मॉम से इंस्पायर्ड है. बचपन में टीचर बोलते थे क्लास में कि इंग्लिश का जैसे मान लो क्लास चल रहा है, एंड they'd ask you to stand up and read a page from book, let's say page number 41 पे read that paragraph. I was very bad at it. मैं पढ़ने लगता था और मुझसे नहीं पढ़ा जाता था. एंड देन मेरी क्लास में ना 2 लड़कियां थी, they were brilliant.
Mhm.
एंड माय मॉम यूज्ड टू टेल मी, देख वो तो इतने अच्छे से बोलती, तू क्यों नहीं बोलता? I was like, ऐसे कैसे? So I started reading a book,
Okay.
but I started reading that book loudly.
Okay.
What we intend to do is हम book उठाते हैं and our intention is to grasp जो भी हम उससे सीख सकते हैं. My intention was to build a flow. So I started reading that loudly. And जब मैं loudly पढ़ने लगा ना, that became a constant feedback loop. कि अच्छा मैं पढ़ते पढ़ते यहाँ रुक गया, क्यों रुका? मेरे को स्पीड में पढ़ना है और प्रोसेस करते करते धीरे धीरे बोलना है, बट मुझे पढ़ना थोड़ा स्पीड में है. दैट काइंड ऑफ ट्रिक रियली हेल्प्ड मी टू बिल्ड माई फ्लो, टू मॉड्यूलेट माई वॉइस. कि अच्छा मैं एक सेंटेंस पढ़ रहा हूँ, आई हैव टू मॉड्यूलेट टू मेक श्योर कि जो सेंटेंस में इमोशन है वो भी मेरी आवाज़ से कन्वे हो. नॉट जस्ट दैट आई रेड इट एंड दैट्स द एंड ऑफ इट. नो, आई हैव टू मेक श्योर. सी, गुड स्टोरी टेलर्स क्या करते हैं, इफ़ यू लिसन टू स्पीचेज एज वेल, जो भी लोग स्पीच देते हैं, टेड टॉक देखोगे, they modulate their voice a lot.
Yeah.
Just to convey the emotion of that particular sentence. Same is with the songs.
Yeah, true.
कोई भी गाना सुन लो, प्लेन गाना सुन लो, या कोई राग वाला या सुर वाला गाना सुन लो, that touches your heart. प्लेन वाला ठीक है, was a song.
Keep going on and
Exactly.
like okay, start हुआ था, खत्म हो गया.
It's all about if you can touch the heart of the other person sitting in front of you.
And I've been following this influencer. I do not remember his name, like full name. Win. His
I've heard-
last name starts with G.
Yeah.
Not sure.
It's some Asian guy.
Yeah.
He's got massive
All the
following.
tricks he's been sharing.
Yeah.
So anyone into communication, want to learn about communication, should follow that guy.
Absolutely. There's this another guy in Canada, Yasir Khan.
Okay.
I think he's a brilliant guy.
Mhm.
Brilliant. If you guys want to learn more, you can follow Yasir and definitely follow me.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so before the podcast, वह भाई आपसे बात होने से पहले आई वाज थिंकिंग कि वह भाई को ना सोशल मीडिया पे कम्युनिकेशन सिखाने चाहिए. एंड देन व्हेन आई वाज अबाउट टू कॉल यू फॉर द पॉडकास्ट एंड मैं स्क्रॉल कर रहा था ना, लाइक डैम, this guy just started putting on social media, and I thought I wasn't following you before that. I thought you've been putting content on social media for communication skills. When I opened it, I was like, this is the first reel.
Yeah.
I'm communicating my thoughts to him sitting here.
True.
Yeah, so anyway, before just jumping more into communication skill, I had a few questions about data science and data analytics. So data science, was it always the plan? Yeah, it's like B.Tech कर ली है, घर वालों ने कर दी. Are you a B.Tech graduate?
I am a B.Tech graduate.
Perfect. I see.
Engineering.
Yeah. Vibe से पता चल रहा है. So was this always a plan? या क्या मतलब क्या सोच के डेटा साइंटिस्ट बने आप इस फील्ड में एंटर किए?
Yeah, I was a kid and I had no clue what to do in life. My father, he had seen my elder brothers become engineers. They are IT graduates and they're doing good. One is sitting in London, another one just moved to London and they're doing pretty good for themselves. So my father always knew कि engineering is the way जो बच्चों को आगे ले जाएगी. My father has a business. He's a clothing merchant. So, and he'd seen a lot of friends के बच्चे going to Kota for coaching and all that.
Oh yeah.
So I went to Kota, of course.
Perfect. And then गवर्नमेंट जॉब की तैयारी कर लेते हैं साथ साथ.
Fortunately, I was saved from that, or unfortunately, I don't know. Maybe life had a different way. And when I went to Kota, it was very difficult for me. तो वहाँ मैंने जाके decide किया कि I would rather study medical.
Okay.
Because I was in this institute called Allen. And Allen was more famous for medical studies
Yeah, it is.
than coaching for AIEEE and IIT.
Yeah.
उस वक्त AIEEE was a thing. Now it's mains and the other thing, advance.
So I was about to ask कि आपने बात करी है AIEEE मेंस एंड एडवांस की, तो AI when I gave mains तो AIEEE उससे पहले का भी था. That was my thought, but yeah, please continue.
So yeah, when I gave the exam, it was first AIEEE, then IIT.
Mhm.
After my batch, it became IIT mains and IIT advance.
Yeah. Okay.
Then, of course, I didn't do well. Kota had a bad influence on me. But somehow I ended up in an engineering college in Chennai, SRM University. And as not doing good there either.
Oh.
First 1 or 2 years were not good, but then I picked up. I ended up getting a 7.5 out of 10. Decent score.
Yeah, you did decent. When you said I wasn't doing good, and I was like, maybe मेरे जैसे स्कोर की बात कर रहे हैं. But you are being humble here. I'm not telling my score. But yeah, please continue.
So I was into all sorts of cultural activities in college. Dancing में, modeling में, singing में. I wanted to do everything except for studies. And that's, I think, primarily because I did not have a good influence from the kind of mentors we are supposed to have. जैसे आपने बताया ना, that teacher in 10th standard was so influential on you that you scored really well
Yeah.
with the fact that you were not good at it in your 8th
Yeah.
or 9th standard. So I did not have that kind of influence or mentorship or a mentor to guide me, of course. So I did everything that I knew I could, and that's how I developed my communication better.
Mhm.
Because while I was a part of all sorts of cultural activities, I became part of certain groups in college जहाँ पे मुझे पता चला कि यार actual communication है क्या. Then I ended up, so my roommate, he was 1 year senior to me. He started a company called The Climber. And it was a college startup. And I had no clue that this guy is running a startup.
Okay.
We barely met. We were just roommates. कभी मिलते थे, बातचीत होती थी, जीशान क्या चल रहा है, मैं दूध ले आया, फ्रिज में रख दिया. लाइक हाँ थैंक्स यार, मैं बॉर्नविटा ले आया था, फ्रिज में ऊपर रख दिया है, ठीक है. देन वन डे आई वाज ऐसे ही बैठा था, चिल कर रहा था, एंड आस्क्ड हिम, जीशान आप करते क्या हो? सो लाइक यार हम ना वर्कशॉप्स चलाते हैं. Workshops for people who ended up in engineering college like us but wanted to do something else. मैंने अच्छा ये कैसी वर्कशॉप? इज लाइक जैसे बहुत सारे लोगों को ऑटोमोबाइल्स का बहुत शौक है, तो वो आईटी में फंस गए आके, तो हम ऑटोमोटिव की वर्कशॉप चलाते हैं. बहुत सारे लोग मैकेनिकल में चले गए बट उनको कंप्यूटर साइंस चाहिए थी, मिली नहीं, तो हम एथिकल हैकिंग सिखाते हैं, हम नॉवल राइटिंग सिखाते हैं, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप सिखाते हैं. लाइक दैट्स ग्रेट यार.
Zishan made a really amazing
भाई,
startup out of the idea कि
आई नो
most of the BTech graduates जो है उनको और कुछ करना है, so let me just start something else.
Their idea stemmed out of the fact कि एग्जाम से एक रात पहले they were discussing about everything other than that subject, from Sunny Leone to astronauts and all sorts of things, right? So they were like, yeah, we wanted to do so much in life and we are sitting in an engineering college. So they started this company and I think it was a brilliant idea. And then he's like, तू काम करेगा? I'm like, काम क्या है? He's like, वर्कशॉप बेचना है. Like, ठीक है, ओके, मैं ट्राई करता हूँ, मेरे को बता दो, आई डोंट गारंटी एनीथिंग.
Mhm.
So I asked him, लिस्ट दे दो कितनी वर्कशॉप्स हैं. 8-10 वर्कशॉप्स थी. लाइक गिव मी 2 days, I'll see what I can do. मैं गया, I tried a couple of things. 2 दिन बाद I handed him over. Workshop costed 1,000 rupees.
Okay.
I handed him 1,10,000 rupees.
Oh. During your
And-
college time.
Yeah, I was like second year of college. He literally abused me, saying कि मेरा पूरा टीम मिला के 20,000 नहीं लाता महीने का, तो 2 दिन में 1-10 लाया है. I was like, I thought कुछ होगा, and he said fluke होगा, and we moved on. I took my commission. I made good 25,000-30,000 rupees. I was happy. मैंने एक महीना मस्त Domino's खाया. And then next year he came back. He's like, one more time and see if you can do it. Like, ठीक है, let me try. 1.5 day, I handed him over 1,30,000 rupees or something.
Oh.
He abused me again and said, "Tu Bangalore aa raha hai," because he had graduated and he moved to Bangalore.
Yeah.
And he got his startup incubated in IIM.
Mhm.
So he had an office in IIM Bangalore ka entrepreneurship cell, NSR cell. So he called me to Bangalore. 6 mahine I was there, and the guy who was the CMO, Rohan,
Mhm.
I think I cherished that time with him because he was the one जो होता है ना हीरे को तराशने वाला. That was my time with him. उन्होंने जो मेरा communication improve किया. Of course, he didn't teach me, but the way he used to communicate,
Yeah, you learn from the people around.
out of the world, yeah, literally. The way he used to talk, the way his flow was, the way he was, his confidence radiated and his energy was infectious.
Hmm.
उनके साथ बैठ के वो 6 months were probably the most I've learned during my entire 4 years of college. That too with him.
That was a good start for someone who just recently graduated.
See, that's the story.
Yeah.
You wanted to ask me about data science, and look where
we are.
So I applied for Canada Global Business Management. I ended up with a refusal, and I went back to Bangalore. कि यार वीज़ा तो रिफ्यूज़ हो गया, बैंगलोर जाता हूँ, वहीं कुछ बनेगा मेरा, एंड लव दैट सिटी, उसका वाइब है सिटी का. बट आई डिडंट गो बैक टू दैट कंपनी.
Okay.
I went to explore different things to see कि और क्या कर सकते हैं. I ended up getting a business developer का job with a immigration consultant जिसने मेरा कनाडा का वीज़ा लगा के रिजेक्ट करवा. I ended up getting a job there.
Okay.
I worked there for about a month and realized that this is not for me.
Not the place, yeah.
तो मैंने papers डाल दिए, but I had to serve a 2 months का notice. So I worked there for 3 months. This was December of 2017. And I came across this pamphlet, Manipal ka, data science ka course and all. And till then I had realized कि यार पैसा tech में है. It's not outside.
Yeah.
Either I work in the technology sector or I work in tech sales. मेरे को उतना समझ आया उस वक्त, being a 21-year-old guy exploring things. So I was like, tech में घुसते हैं वापस. I hated coding and all, but I was like, पैसा वहीं है तो be it. And that's how I ended up with the data science course. But उसका कुछ ना कुछ influence आया था from the fact कि जब मैं 6 महीने वो internship कर रहा था, I used to get a lot of leads.
Yeah.
I used to call those leads, close those leads, sales करता था, मैं train भी
So
करता
you
था.
basically learned sales there.
Yeah. I used to train people. Christ University, Bangalore, Bannerghatta campus was my adda. आज भी जाओगे तो people would probably know me there. And those leads को analyze करना, demographics देखना, कहाँ से ज़्यादा sales आ रही, कहाँ से नहीं. Everything I analyzed, and that's how I had a taste of data analytics as well. At that time, I didn't know it was data analytics.
Yeah. So once you have the demographics of people who are getting converted, when you see it, okay, these regions are, and that's the age group that are getting converted. Okay, that's data analytics basically, right?
Business developer का job भी मुझे वहीं से आया था because Ruhan, my mentor, he used to jokingly say that we don't do sales at this company, we do BDSM, business development, sales and marketing. So that was fun time, and वो सब influence collectively pushed me into data science, and that's how I ended up there.
Alright, so Bangalore में आपने कितना टाइम स्पेंड किया इन सब जॉब्स? एक तो आई गेस 2 जॉब्स करी वहाँ पर.
हाँ, so I moved to Bangalore in January of 2017 or maybe December of 2016. That's when I moved. 6 महीना I worked in that startup, and I lived a weird life and must life.
I thought you were about to say I lived a very happy life.
No, it was a mix. I lived a weird and as well as a must life, because the day I went to Bangalore, my roommate Zishan was not there.
Okay.
Ruhan was there.
Okay.
The CMO guy.
Okay.
And he picked me up from a random street because bus Chennai से बस जो आई थी उसने वहाँ उतार दिया. And then he took me to a place खाने के लिए, and that was like random place जहाँ खड़े होके डोसा खाते हैं बैठ के. And then वहाँ से he took me to an apartment which I couldn't believe कि यहाँ पे कोई कैसे रह सकता है. But because they had also moved and they couldn't find a place इतना जल्दी में, so they just found one place for a month. Then we moved to a very beautiful place, and then we used to go to IIM. IIM के अंदर टाइम अच्छा था because हमेशा सपना था कि IIM भी एक चीज है, देखा था.
If not as a student, then
yeah, why not?
As a mentor, sir.
So these guys had given lectures in IIM Bangalore as well, because they'd grown their startup from nothing to they made it a big deal. They had a mentor from IIM as well, एक investor भी थे शायद उनके, and they are doing pretty well आज के time पे. They named the brand as My Captain. So if anybody searches for mycaptain.in, you'd see they've evolved a lot. They've raised a lot of money. They've created so much employment, and they've mentored countless students in India, outside. Brilliant work.
We should open their branch there and can. If you guys are
You should ask them.
Yeah, we are in contact here also.
It's a good opportunity, yeah. So I moved there. I was there up till May, June of 2017.
Mhm.
Then I went home for 2 months for this Canada ka process. Didn't work out. Came back in September. Got a job. I got a उसमें बीच में भी एक दो स्कैम हुए जब मैं गुड़गांव गया because I got a job there, but that turned out to be a scam. तो मैं सब वापस बैंगलोर लेके आया.
That job with company.
नहीं, it was a different job altogether. And then वहाँ पहुंचा and that was a bad phase for me. I was going through a breakup. I ended up at ISKCON temple. वहाँ मुझे बहुत solace मिली, literally. That was the time, place जिसने मुझे संभाला as a person. Because I was all alone. कुछ दोस्त थे but they were busy as well. And उन्हीं से सीखा कि यार IT pays well because एक story है ये, remind me to tell you later. And then I ended up at Manipal ka Bangalore campus.
Okay.
I studied there for about 9 months. I got a job in Bangalore, worked there for about 8 months. And June, July of 2019 is when I moved to Gurgaon in this current job, Nielsen IQ.
Mhm.
There I worked for about 3-4 years before I finally got relocated from India to Canada. And that's how I ended up here.
Perfect. How was the cultural shift, as in term of like office space, the vibe and the energy of the office, the people around you, and the way they work back in India? How was it?
My literal cultural shift was moving from Bangalore to Gurgaon because Bangalore was a vibe. People, I can't explain that vibe here. That was totally different. And when I moved to Gurgaon, it was totally different for me. That was a cultural shock. When I moved to Canada, things were very different because I was working remotely.
Okay.
My office had shut down the office space they had
Mhm.
because COVID ka wo sab
Was it?
chal-
Yeah. Okay. COVID time. Tha.
Right. Then they opened up a office on Yonge Street, Toronto. And I went there once or twice a week. So I haven't really had that kind of exposure of culture, office का and all that. But my manager is pretty sweet, so I'm on good terms with her. उनके साथ काम करने में मजा आता है.
Okay. So, what's one skill or habit you would say, in terms of communication skills, that really helped you grow and helped you here in Canada as well? Because we have, first thing, we have language barrier, right? And then like cultural difference. Then I want to say racism, but let's not put it here. There's no necessity of putting racism here in this question. But yeah, how a skill that has helped you in developing your confidence, your communication skills overall.
One thing that I feel at the end of the day helps anyone, whether it's school, college, professional workspace, or even outside on the street, is that if you can make somebody feel comfortable, you're golden. If you're able to create that safe space by the way you talk, by the type of vibe you give out, that speaks volume about what kind of a person are you. So if you're in office and you're hesitant to talk to somebody, but that person comes and makes a safe space for you, you'd blossom. I remember I was in office once, and because I had been through that COVID ka shift from 2020 to 2022-3, जहाँ पे I was totally shut from my social life, I went to office one day and I was so hesitant to talk to people. I realized कि यार ये 3 साल has taken a toll on me. कि जो बंदा was a social butterfly who never hesitated to talk to anybody. I could literally talk to people on the streets. Literally. I wouldn't give a flying F. क्या होगा ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा? They'd shut you off, they'd ignore you. That's the max they can do, right? क्या गाली दे देंगे? But you have to understand it's not a personal attack against you. They are fighting their own battles. Probably that's why they're not reciprocating your energy. And that's okay. That's rejection, and you should be able to handle that rejection. That's how you grow. There was one thing I recently learned is that whenever you start something new, you will be humbled by the process of how much you don't know. True. Don't get disheartened with that. Right, when I started, so I posted my first video in 2015.
Okay, on social media.
I taught people how to do a human plank.
Okay.
That was my first ever video I posted online. I've been into content creation for that long, but I have never been consistent. I post here and there and then I forget about it. So I realized that yaar, ye 3 saal has taken a toll on me, and I couldn't say hi to a single person in office.
Yeah.
I went to the washroom, and I was doing my business, and this other guy comes. I was washing my hands, and this guy comes and says, "Hey, how are you doing?" And for a moment, I was like, "What?" He's like, "How's it going?" I'm like, "Pretty good. How are you doing?" I was like, "Yaar, ye hai possible. Why was I reluctant to say hi? Like, what was holding me back? It was myself.
True.
I was holding myself back कि यार वो क्या कहेगा, वो क्या फील करेगा कि why is he intruding my space? अगर उसको ऐसा फील होगा, he tell me he is busy and that's okay. Or what if he doesn't shut me off? He'll talk to me. I'll build a connection. I'll make a friend probably. And I had to push myself out of that hole to open up, to go and say hi, to get out of my comfort zone. Because 3 years I was solely with myself and my family. That's
Yeah, I could see myself at the position of you after COVID, like post-COVID scenario. I am like a person जो basically अपने आप में रहता है. If you wouldn't come and say hi to me, generally I'm very nice to people, right? But I won't take that first step to say to go to someone and say hi. So yeah, I could totally relate to it.
I've become that person now
Yeah.
because I feel there's too much I need to do. I try to preserve my energy. I can go and say hi, but I'm reluctant to that now because again, as I said, there's so much that I need to do that I don't have enough time. There's lots of people who reach out to me on LinkedIn ki I'm impressed by your experience and all of that, those standard lines, template mein, and I'd like you to mentor me. I do take calls and I don't charge for them. I take free calls. But that started taking a toll on my schedule. I can't give enough time to single person. That's why I started my own channel ki yaar, I'm not charging there either. Probably one day I will because again, I'm giving my time, I'm putting my effort. But yeah, that one thing that a person needs to do is to be able to make somebody feel safe, provide a safe space, open up to them so that they can open up to you. If you can do that, I think you'll excel anywhere in your life.
And by that term, providing a safe space, I believe that's not just by the words. That's your aura. How was your upbringing? A lot of things will help you make that space for somebody else, right? It's not just okay. अब मैं hi कहता हूँ किसी को and this is the sentence that I'll use. No. It's a short formula नहीं है. I believe that is
For a lot of things, especially for today's generation, they want a short thing that works. That's unfortunately not everything is a Tinder or a Bumble. जहाँ पे you swipe and you connect. That's not how things work. Old school is still alive in a lot of places, and I think that's the way it should be. My dad taught me this: कि when you go and you hug somebody, out of the blue, of course it can startle a lot of people. You have to see whether that space is appropriate or not. That creates trust. And there's a scientific or a psychological fact as well that if you hug somebody for more than 30 seconds, some kind of hormone is released in your body that helps you build trust. Of course, you can't go and hug somebody for 30 seconds straight. It's inappropriate. But you do your bits.
you'll have that harassment case on me if you do that. But yeah, it can't be done with everybody.
Of
but
course.
yeah,
But you do your bit. For example, I don't do this with girls, of course. But if I meet some guy who wants to talk to me, who wants me to mentor them, or who just wants some advice, I try to be a friend with that person.
yeah,
And you don't-
like you just when you just came here today, you came and said hi. We just had a quick hug.
Yeah, and I gave you a hug.
Yeah.
That's appropriate.
Yeah.
But if I was like, that's inappropriate. Right? So you basically create a safe space by talking, by the way you talk. You provide a friendly vibe. You try and give those gestures there where they feel that, okay, I can open up to this guy and it's not going to bite me in the ass later on. It's just subtle hints that you throw at the other person. They don't deliberately, capture ki ye kar raha hai, but these subtle hints are captured by their subconscious mind that, it's a safe space. I can I can open up.
Yeah. So what all things should someone basically take care of when they're trying to learn more about the communication skills, like our body's stance, how we are standing, how we're sitting, things like that. What all things comes under communication skills? As we mentioned in the starting of the podcast, it's not just us talking, right? There are a lot of things. Like I'll tell you a story before you start on it. Yeah. So this is what I've realized, right? So when I met Sahil Bhai, of course he has that aura, that big brother aura, right? And when I showed the first podcast with him and I watched it later, I am very submissive in that whole scenario, right? In my mind, of course, I have respect for him, but I could see myself sitting like this कि भाई मुझसे बहुत ज़्यादा experienced है, इनको कैसा लगेगा, and how would he react? And let me tell you, he's a really amazing guy. आप मतलब उनके साथ इतने अच्छे से बात कर सकते हो with the following he has on Instagram and YouTube and the value that he's been putting. बट जब ऐसे कोई तुमसे एक अपर लेवल का इंसान तुम्हारे साथ बैठता है, यू जस्ट टेंड टू गेट सबमिसिव. व्हेन आई वॉच्ड इट, आई एम लाइक, इफ आई एम व्हिच आई एम गोना डू मोर पॉडकास्ट विद मोर पीपल, अगर सामने वाले को लगेगा कि यार सबमिसिव है थोड़ा, आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि मेरे को ऐसे इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट, तो वो एनर्जी पोर्ट्रे करना, आई लाइक, यू शुड फील लाइक कि हाँ ये बात कर रहा है तो इसको पता है चीजें, ये ढंग से बात कर पा रहा है, दैट थिंग. सो when I ask again about communication skills, and it's not just me talking nicely, there are a lot of things when it comes to building your skills. Yeah, so please continue.
Yeah, communication is not just communication, it's a wide array of how your personality is as a person. If I were to put it in a manner ki your confidence radiates through your communication, which is one part, but it also radiates with what kind of knowledge you carry, with the type of body language that you have, or if you're comfortable with your own body as well. You'd see a lot of people who work out tend to have better confidence than people who don't work out. Because when you work out, you feel good about your body, right? It doesn't matter where you're starting.
That has an effect on you, because I was 110 kgs.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
So-
look incredible, brother.
Now I'm not in that really good shape, but when I was I would say at the peak of like I had abs and all. Now I don't have that, but when I was at the peak of my like visual appearance जो थी इतनी जबरदस्त थी ना, तो मेरे बात करने में वो झलकती थी. Now I am better than the guy who was 110 kgs, but हाँ अब मैं, when you see yourself in the mirror कि I have done this, then your confidence just boosts up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's what, when you work out and you see that kind of growth in your body. And again, it doesn't matter where you're starting, whether you're, building lean muscle, even though you're thin, or you're just cutting down from being a fat person. It definitely boosts your confidence. So one is your body. If you feel good with your body, you automatically become more confident. Second is about your appearance. What kind of appearance you portray. If you be sluggish, your confidence will not be up to the mark. आप ऐसे ही खुले से कपड़े, baggy कपड़े पहन के, या not baggy as such, but if you're not well dressed,
Oh, that's
if you're not well groomed,
Yeah.
right, it automatically. So human brain is, the tendency of a human being is they compare themselves to other people, and that's unavoidable. You do that. Unless and until you reach a Sant Mahatma level, you will do that, irrespective of whether you say I do or I don't. कहीं ना कहीं आता है.
At the back of your mind, there's
You can suppress those feelings, but आता है.
Yeah.
So if you groom well, if you dress well, you're automatically, it'll boost your confidence. Third is your way of talking, the way you communicate. It's not just with the language. आप हिंदी में भी, अपनी language में भी, regional language में, किसी भी language में अच्छे हो, you're good as long as you're being respectful, as long as you're being humble. Stutter नहीं करना. Stutter करना is something that puts off the conversation. True. Fillers use करना puts off the conversation. Jump करना sentences को puts off the conversation. And कुछ भी बात करना jumps off. Like it pulls down the whole conversation.
Mhm.
So you have to make sure, आपने quotes भी पढ़े होंगे, talk only when you have something important to add. Unnecessarily नहीं बोलना. Because दूसरे के mind में it be like, यार ये तो ऐसे ही बात कर रहा है, probably not that interesting. And impressions last. The impression that you create now will last for a very long time unless and until you work really, really hard to change that.
True.
Right? Because you're not living with that person. आप मिले हो probably कुछ instances के लिए और मिलोगे. You're not living with them कि वो देखें भी आप क्या कितना मेहनत कर रहे हो. So the first impressions that you create are the long-lasting impressions. The way you communicate, the way you dress, the way you portray yourself as a person, the type of body language you use, all of these things make you a great communicator.
Basically, these are skills. First of all, I guess you'll have to be self-observant. तुम्हें एक इच्छा होनी चाहिए जानने की कि अच्छा अगर मैं ये चीज कर रहा हूँ तो मैं क्यों कर रहा हूँ, और अगर इस चीज को दूसरे बेटर तरीके से करूंगा तो मैं किस तरीके से पोर्ट्रे होऊंगा. आई गेस दैट्स द फर्स्ट स्टेप ऑफ ग्रोइंग.
That's why I gave that one tip कि जब आप book पढ़ोगे ना loudly, that becomes a constant feedback loop because you're able to observe कि आप कैसे बात कर रहे हो. Lot of people hesitate to talk to other people because they have this impression कि यार क्या सोचेगा मेरे बारे में. One great exercise is go out on the street and randomly just greet 10 people. Randomly. Greet. You don't even have to talk. जाके बोलो, यहाँ पे तो इनफैक्ट कल्चर भी है. You go and greet, good morning, hey, have a good day. They would respond. If they don't, that's okay. That itself will give you a boost in confidence कि यार, at least I'm able to do that from my end. That's the basic starting, of how you can build upon. Once you're able to do that for like 7 days, then engage in a conversation randomly. Literally, just randomly engage in a conversation with anybody. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या होगा? They won't talk. Or maybe you won't be able to keep up with the conversation. And that's the practice. With practice, anything can be improved. And I mean it.
True.
A lot of people are way more talented, but if they don't execute their talent, it's a waste. But if you don't have that talent and if you keep practicing to do that thing, you're still better off from the person who's talented and not doing anything. So practice literally makes you a better version of what you were earlier. And the more you practice, the better. It's as simple as that.
So the three things that I could get out of you just said when it comes to learning and working on your communication skills was we can make a framework, like you said, for 7 days, go and greet somebody on the street. Second, then try to start a conversation, right? Even I am stuttering right now.
That's okay.
Yeah, but see, these are things when I realize, okay, this is what I'm doing wrong. I'll have to improve this to be a better speaker. This is, I guess, the first stage of it. Anyway, so I want you to give a more described framework कि ये चीज practice करो and you will get better with time. Like the one thing you said, we should read books, right? Something like that.
So read a book aloud to improve your flow. Go say hi to random people, greet them to boost your confidence. Try to start conversations and observe if you're able to keep up with the conversations. Work out on your body. Definitely go to gym or try any exercises at home, body weight training, dance classes, anything that helps you with your body. And whatever conversations you've had in the past, आपने किसी से कुछ conversation किया, the best time is either when you're in the washroom or when you're taking a shower. Repeat those conversations in your head. Your brain will automatically try to improve it every time. In every instance, you'll feel कि अच्छा, if I would have said this, probably I could have handled the conversation better.
Yeah, it's like when someone roasts you, you always have a comeback later.
Exactly.
It's that's thing, I guess. That's
Yeah.
what you're saying right
Yeah.
now.
So if you talk to yourself, if you repeat those conversations, again, it's a constant feedback loop कि अच्छा, I could have done this better. So this conversation could have been much more interesting. Or I could have swayed the conversation in that direction, which could have been more helpful for me.
Alright, so we talked about a framework that you just gave. Other than that, once, okay, let's suppose for this month, I've done all of these things and I feel confident. Other than that, to improve further, what should I do?
Communication becomes better when you're able to gauge the attention of somebody who's listening to you. So you need to focus on how you tell a story. आप जिस तरह से स्टोरी बताते हो, you can keep somebody intrigued for hours, literally hours. And this is what I realized when I was sitting in those lectures in engineering colleges, because they were so boring that they couldn't keep me intrigued for mere 40 minutes. That's why when I took that जो हमारा event किया था हमने, that I was hosting, my whole intention was to keep everybody so intrigued that उनको 1 मिनट के लिए भी feel नहीं होना चाहिए कि यार हम यहाँ क्यों आ गए. तो of course you can't keep 100 people happy at the same time. कुछ उसमें से होंगे जो बोर होंगे, and that's okay. You're not meant to keep everybody happy. So let me tell you a story.
Yeah, please.
I had this friend engineering में who was doing pretty bad. He was in a bad state. He was not able to focus on his studies. कुछ पढ़ नहीं पा रहा था. Wasn't able to make anything out of कि यार मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ, मेरा करियर कहाँ जाएगा. Or he was directionless. He'd gotten under some bad influence as well. He wasn't able to cope up with it. He ended up getting some debt, accumulating some debt at that point of time. And that guy literally, like, he met me and he's like, yaar, Vaibhav bhai, can you help me? And because I was working with this guy Zishan, I told him, yaar, the max I can help you is get you a marketing or a sales gig. And you can probably learn from that and use that later on. He's like, let me think and मैं बताता हूँ. But we didn't connect after that. And we both went to Bangalore. Time ही वैसा था that we had to split. He went to a different company. I went to this startup. So he started interning with this company and he started a DevOps internship. 4 months, he was living अपने लैंग्वेज में कहते हैं ना चुबारी पे, एक घर के ऊपर छत पे एक रूम बना हुआ था, वहाँ पे 2-3 लोग रहते थे, रेलवे लाइन के पास में बिल्कुल. He was earning mere 4,6,7,000 rupees as stipend. And it wasn't the type of lifestyle that anybody wants to live like. But that changed him. Those 4 months, I went to an internship fair to hire interns for that startup. And then this was a Sunday, so he asked me, "Yaar, Vaibhav bhai, kya kar raha hai?" I'm like, "मैं जा रहा हूँ internship fair में to hire some interns. Do you want to join?" He's like, "ठीक है, I'll tag along." मैं कहा, "तू देख लेना मैं कैसे interview वगैरह लेता हूँ." So he came. He sat with me for about 25-30 odd minutes. And then he's like, मैं थोड़ा explore करके आता हूँ. He registered himself as a student and started going to different booths to see what kind of internships were being offered. And he ended up meeting this company called JustPay, who was the payment merchants processors for GoAi, Bibo and companies like this. He ended up getting an internship there. They said, we'll give you a 6 months type of internship. And he said, I've already been interning for 4 months. मैं नहीं कर सकता ज़्यादा. I'm not telling you point to point, थोड़ा cut इधर हो सकता है flow.
Yes, sir.
But he ended up getting an internship. And after 2 months, he got a pre-placement offer.
Yep.
He was this guy, 2017 May, he got a good package. Literally double of what I was making. And that's when I realized tech mein paisa, of course. And this guy was working so dedicated. He was working so religiously. Din nahi, raat nahi. Of course, that's not a healthy, but that's the type of commitment he had. That's how he built himself. And he was not able to graduate because kuch supply thi, he failed in a couple of subjects. So, but he still made it and he still got a good offer. And then he jumped companies. He kept getting better money. And I remember this instance that he had moved to Hyderabad and another company from Bangalore called him up. They said, we have this job that we want to offer you and we'd love to interview you. Like, theek hai. Interview hua, everything. The technical manager loved him. And the HR called back stating that we'd like to extend you an offer, but I need your documents. It's like, what documents do you need? Like, purani company ke pay slips, all of that, and your degrees and all. Like, I don't have a degree. The HR got mad कि degree ने तो interview कैसे दिया? It's like, तुमने interview के लिए बोला, मैं आया क्या? हाँ? No. So, blah, 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 cut the call. Half an hour later, he receives a call from the technical manager. Like, we don't care about your degree. Just submit the other documents and we'll take care of everything. 2 months later, he was in Bangalore making decent money, good money. Of course, he graduated later on, and this guy is now working at Google Hyderabad office.
That's amazing.
This is the way of telling a story.
Yeah.
You keep somebody so intrigued that they don't lose. कि उनको FOMO हो कि if I lose an inch of the conversation, कुछ रह नहीं जाए.
कुछ important parts miss हो जाएगा.
So storytelling is the next level where you have to make sure कि आप जो भी बोल रहे हो, you talk in a way that keeps the other person intrigued, whether you're using hand gestures, whether you're modulating your voice, or whether
Your face, your eyes, everything just changed with the scenario. Like you guys, I don't know how real your experience would be on camera, but yeah, I can connect to it.
It's subtle things.
Yeah.
Literally subtle things that keep somebody engaged. And of course, content matters. मैं कुछ भी बकवास करूँगा, it won't interest you. Right? So I have to have good quality things to say. And then everything else to keep you intrigued. And you won't even realize how time has passed.
Yeah. If it was the story कि वो कॉलेज से सीधा गूगल में चला गया, आपने बताया था, then end of it, and I was like, क्या बकवास कर रहे हो यार, ऐसा हो सकता है. And then the things that you have related, the connections, that the dots that you have connected, it basically made it the worth listening, right?
So the next level to your communication is storytelling.
Storytelling.
And the better you are at it, the better chances you have at your workplace in professional life to, of course, if you are in that type of role, you'd climb the ladder faster.
All right, so I have covered all the question I had about the communication skills in the podcast, but there's this one thing that I want to talk to you about. There's a lot of negativity about racism on social media. You being a professional moving from India to Canada, have you ever felt something like that?
There was an instance when something like this happened, and it clicked later. मैं gym में था. I was in the changing room, and I was doing my business, and somebody had left their water bottle, but it was a good expensive water bottle on the table. This guy, another guy, is doing his business, and he looks at me and he says that, I'm sure the guy is coming back to pick it up. I'm like, yeah, I hope so. And then he left. And later it clicked me that maybe it was a strike. I should not pick it up and take it with me, being a person of color, brown color, to be honest, because right now the sentiment is against the brown folks. And I think I understand it to some degree. The reason being, and it is purely my understanding,
Yeah.
a lot of people who tend to move to Canada move with the ulterior motive of getting permanent residency.
True.
Right? A lot of people who move outside of Canada, let's say if we talk about states, a lot of people move to states because they really want to build a career.
True.
A lot of my friends who are already in US, they have good tech jobs. Somebody's working in Google, somebody's working in like all the big companies. And their primary intention was to get quality education and to build a career out of their life. Their ulterior motive was never to get residency.
True.
A lot of people move to Canada and Australia as well, for that matter, because one, the education is more economic in Canada compared to US, and there is a pathway to getting permanent residency.
True.
And in that spirit, a lot of people who never really wanted to build a career, of course, I'm not talking about the entire spectrum of the students who move here from India, but there's still a big portion of students who move here just to get permanent residency. And that's understandable because making money here and sending it back to India, it's big money, and it changes their lifestyle back home, aid to parents and family. And I understand that. But that has increased so significantly in the last 4 years that it has taken a toll on the entire brown community. So everybody's looked through the same lens. He's brown and he's probably either a Uber driver or is working at a Tim Hortons. And working at a store like this was the way of white folks to earn a living, the younger ones, right? So they could learn the responsibility of being financially independent. And somewhere I think the brown folks have taken it away from them. And because a lot of these people come from not so developed parts of India as well, and they don't even indulge into the Canadian culture or learn about it. And they definitely behave the way they did back home. And I don't blame them,
True.
Because that is what they grew up with. They don't know what it's like to behave in a certain way or have that kind of civic sense in a developed country.
True.
And it's from India now, specifically because there's a very big proportion of students who have come down to Canada. Of course, there's people of other nationalities as well. But India is being drawn into picture again and again because of the influx of students that come through India, right? And that's where I think the sentiment is being driven against Indians. Probably 5-10 years later, when we don't have as many Indians coming into the country, things may improve. But for the time being, I think that is what is driving the sentiment. And I urge everyone who's coming into the country or who is in the country right now to please indulge yourself in the Canadian culture, learn the type of civic sense or how the society runs here. Because we came to this country, they did not come to us. So it's only fair that we learn their ways of living and try to preserve our ways of living as well, but in a balance. We don't overshadow them with the type of living that we have enjoyed back home.
No, that's true. If we take a simple instance, अभी 2-4 दिन पहले एक रील आई थी जिसमें there was a marriage going on, right? So basic Indian wedding, right? So जो शोर तो होना ही है,
Right.
धड़ल्ला से एकदम गाने वाने चलने ही है आसपास.
Agreed.
So what I believe कि इस चीज को कैसे करना चाहिए, अगेन माय पर्सनल ओपिनियन जो है मैं शेयर करने वाला हूं अपने यहाँ पे, कि अपने कल्चर को एक इस तरीके से पोर्ट्रे करो कि सामने वाला जो है इरिटेट ना हो. बेसिकली जब तुम कनाडा आते हो, सबसे पहला थॉट तुम्हारा यह होता है कि भाई कितनी शांति है. सब द वेरी फर्स्ट थॉट, कितना साफ है, कितनी शांति है. वैसा रहने दो. तुम्हें पार्टी करनी है, घर में करो, जहां वॉल्यूम ऐसे कंसिडरेट लेवल पे है कि तुम एंजॉय कर पा रहे हो, राइट, और बाहर वाले को परेशानी नहीं हो रही है. सेम विद वेडिंग्स, राइट. एंजॉय करो, वेडिंग्स आर मेंट टू बी लाइक दैट, राइट. पर अगर तुम्हें लाउड म्यूजिक चलाना है तो मेक श्योर कि एक ऐसी जगह पे करो कि आसपास कोई परेशान नहीं हो रहा है, और विद सर्टेन टाइम बाउंडिंग्स, इन सब चीजों का ध्यान रख के, राइट. दिस इज व्हाट आई पर्सनली थिंक कि ऐसा इस तरीके से लोगों को करना चाहिए, रादर देन जस्ट पार्किंग में स्पीकर लगा के, तुम अपने ड्राइववे में स्पीकर लगा के. देन ऑफ कोर्स दूर से तुम ब्राउन ही लगोगे, जो कि हम हैं ऑब्वियसली. दूर से तुम बस कलर ही दिखेगा तुम्हारा, तुमसे आके ये नहीं पूछेगा कि तुम कितने पढ़े लिखे हो, तुम्हारी स्किल्स क्या हैं, तुम कहाँ जॉब करते हो, राइट. तुम दूर से हो गया ब्राउन इंडियन, done.
That is what is driving the sentiment, and you're absolutely right. And for that specific video, लोगों का जो comments थे, I second them because everybody said कि get a banquet hall. And probably, I don't know, शायद उन्होंने किया भी हो. They came out of the banquet hall to celebrate and all of that. I agree. Again, be considerate. You want to do it in a balance, जहाँ पे आप भी enjoy कर रहे हो and you're not hurting anybody else. You're being considerate about them. You're preserving your culture and you are helping preserve their culture as well. Remember, you are in their country. They did not come to your country.
Moving on to Justin Trudeau, जिन्होंने अभी अपने पद से ऑलमोस्ट रिजाइन कर ही दिया है. What are your thoughts on that?
I usually don't comment on politics because I have strong opinions.
Yeah.
And मुझे लगता है कि कहीं ना कहीं कोई ना कोई offend हो जाएगा.
Okay.
But I don't care. I can't keep everybody happy.
Yeah.
है ना? So I think a lot of things okay, first I haven't been here long. I came in November of 2022, आपसे 1 महीना पहले. And यहाँ पे आके ही मुझे politics में interest spark हुआ है. उससे पहले I wasn't interested in politics at all. And I started listening to their debates in parliament. I started listening and following both the leaders of the Liberal Party and the Conservative Party, not any other party as such. I've been listening to their views. I've been listening to how they talk, how they communicate. I think one point where our current Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is weak is communication. Because if you look at how the leader of the opposition party talks, you'd be baffled.
Oh yeah,
He's so confident. He's so confident. He has that knowledge where he knows, okay, I'm going to say this and I'm going to take the stage. The way he talks, he knows that I'm gonna be the man in the house. And he simply throws facts, and his personality radiates his confidence, basically, right? And he's opened up a couple of facts that I had no clue. He talked about the government spending. And I don't think I need to say much about how the government has performed given that the finance minister resigned on the day of presenting the budget, 5 minutes before that.
Yeah.
And the person who was second in command after 5 minutes, like after the prime minister to present that budget, that person also resigned. So two MPs resigned at the same time, 5 minutes before the budget presentation. And they recently presented that there's a $62 billion of deficit.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong about the figures, please forgive me. But utna bada deficit after collecting so much tax. Canada is one of those countries where the tax is highest throughout the world. I think the government has been very underperforming. I don't know what's the solution to this. I'm not a politician. I'm not a member of parliament. I think the guy in the opposition, I see him as a hope because of the way he talks. Again, I don't know his backstory. I don't know the backstory of the Conservative Party. Again, I've only been here for 2 years, but I think the current government is very underperforming. The way they have created a situation with India, the relations have never been this bad. The way Donald Trump mocks.
That was the question. What are your thoughts on Canada being 51st
It's weird,
state?
yeah. It's weird because the current prime minister is not just being mocked by the next president of US, but is also being mocked by Elon Musk, who doesn't even have anything to do with politics right now.
Yeah.
Sure, he has his point of views, but he's not involved in politics at the moment. He's gonna be once Trump administration steps in. But उनका आज का tweet था कि girl, step aside, you're not even a governor anymore. The way they are mocking the prime minister of a country talks about the volume of the government at the moment. So
True.
the government is very much underperforming at the moment. I think they are going to trigger an election in the next 2 months.
Very soon, yeah.
Because a lot of people are unanimous right now to pass a no confidence motion. So once the parliament opens up in the month of March, because it's been prorogued by Justin Trudeau, so I think it's opening back on 24th or 25th of March. Once they open up the parliament again, resume with the parliament, the new prime minister hopefully is there by that point of time, because they've started looking for a replacement apparently.
Yeah.
And the new person that steps into power right now is going to be taking a toll on their political career because of the things that have happened in the past. And that name is going to take the rubbish that's going to come left, right, and center in the parliament from all the parties.
Yeah. And he's someone who can talk about this because he's a Canadian resident now. And
Yeah,
that's why just to clear it out, and if I don't want someone commending international students जाके politics पे comment कर रहे हैं, but that's why I just told you now
I was a responsible temporary resident. Now I'm a responsible permanent resident.
Perfect. All right, so we are almost at the end of the podcast. So just give me one piece of advice, a student, an immigrant, whomsoever is planning to move abroad to Canada, Australia, US, wherever. In terms of communication skills, where they should start. And a piece of advice that they can relate to, okay, this is how my vision should be. And this is what I want to do. And this is how I want to see myself improving in terms of communication skills.
I'll start off by saying that an influencer is somebody who can influence people, not just content creators. Anybody who can sway other people's interest in a different direction is an influencer. And if you can influence somebody to make a decision, to change their decision or spark an interest, I think you're golden.
Yeah.
So the preparation should start back home. I'm sure you can take classes, people can take classes. When I was a child, I think I was in 3rd or 4th grade when I started attending American Institute of English Language to improve my English because I was really bad, even though I was in a convent school. Start preparation back home, listen to TED Talks, listen to speeches from different leaders. Follow me on Instagram.
Amazing content coming up, I can tell.
Hopefully. And I think practice as much as you can for all the things that we have spoken about in this podcast and the things that you learn from outside of the podcast. Because again, I can share knowledge, but there are so many people who are expert. I'm not going to say that I'm the best. There are things that I can offer, but there are other people who can probably offer better things as well. So please focus on those. Practice as much as you can, and you'd be good.
Perfect. That was the end of the podcast, and that was the wrap up, guys. But well, bhai, thank you so much for coming once again and sharing all of this knowledge. And after the podcast, we're gonna have a person session over here. And he mentors a lot of people on LinkedIn. You started that coffee. I read your post,
I
right?
started
So
coffee
what is it?
chats. So coffee chats are basically anybody can reach out to me, request for a coffee chat. If I have numerous people, I can arrange a larger coffee chat. If I'm in your city, I can come meet you personally. If you're in my city, you can come meet me personally. I mostly revolve around Kitchener and Toronto. And I'm not charging anything for now, but the type of influx will essentially probably change things later on. Right now, I try and keep things free of cost because I know students are struggling. It's not very ideal to ask money from students given the stage of the country, the dynamics of the country, the employment rate, and everything. But again, you pay a price for good education, not the type of education you received in colleges and universities anywhere in the world. But good things come at a price. For the time being, I'm not charging anything. You can come book a coffee chat with me. Just reach out to me on LinkedIn or Instagram and I'll shoot you a Google Form link. Fill up the form.
Sure, I'll put the links in description.
That's really kind of you.
Perfect. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing, and thank you so much for sharing all of this information.
It was a pleasure being here. I am so grateful for you having me here on this podcast. I loved sharing. I loved this conversation and I hope it helps people.
Bye. Thank you.